ready to go. We kind of starting to think about, only got a few games left in the Dome, just trying to enjoy every second of it. And, we had King go down, Bruce out, so me and Lance knew we had to step up a little bit. So we talked about it all week. We got to start early, jump on them early, and get the fight going a little bit. So that's what we tried to do, and it was great blocking on that big run up front. I just ran straight and was out.
How big was that early in the game, just to get an explosive play? It seemed offensively, took a series of plays. What was it like to just pop a big one?
I think that was huge for our offense. I think we struggled with that a little bit some games, and just getting that momentum on our side for the defense right away was pretty big for us.
Did you get a chance to watch yourself? You look up?
I had to watch myself, make sure I wasn't getting hawked, because I got to expect that every time with my breakaway speed. So I had to check the big screen, make sure I was in the clear.
You've had a couple opportunities to break one and haven't done it this year. How did that feel to actually do it this time?
Yeah, it feels really good. I know I was a little frustrated with a couple of them, and my helmet popped off on one of them. Just last second, defender getting hawked on a little. So it felt good to break out, just get out there and run.
Matt, the scoring defensive stats been pretty productive for you guys last month or so. Comment on today on that stat.
Oh yeah, I think like I always say, we always get after the run game, and when you can get after the run game as a defense, you can put people in really bad situations on third down, and I think we do that really well. And then Coach Ince calls great plays on third down to get after the quarterback.
Something about inside the 20 it makes you guys especially effective. Red zone.
I just think we're a tight-knit group of guys. We're pretty tough, and once your back's up against the wall, you rely on that stuff, and I think we did that. We've done that all year, and we got to continue to do that to be a successful football team.
Do you do something different, though?
It's the last 4 weeks, I think, you stopped teams inside even the 10-yard line for scoring touchdowns. Do anything differently, schematically, or is it?
Not schematically. I just think it's Coach Ince addressed it after the first 3 games. We were giving up a lot of points, and he said to us, it's on us. He can call the plays, but when we're on the field, we have to make the plays, and we have to band together, and I think we've done that over the past weeks. So nothing special schematically.
How important is it to have Nate on the sideline, even if he's not in there playing?
Oh, it's crucial, especially for those young guys, because I think I saw Jack Darnell in there getting some plays. He's a young guy, and when you can come to the sideline, you have somebody, because Coach Gazer's up in Bucks, and he's the D-tackles coach. So when you have him on the sideline, it's like another set of eyes, another set of ears, and someone who can really help young guys get better.
When Nate went down, what was the feeling of the team when he was injured?
Oh, you feel for him, because he's a leader on this football team. But at the same time, we always say next man up. My situation, next man up. Nate's situation, next man up. So we all felt for him a lot because he's a big leader on this team. But we had some young guys rise to the occasion.
How do you guys go forward? You've lost Luca now, and it appears Tanway might be out for a while. That's 2 pretty big stars in this defense. How do you go forward from here and get better?
Like I said, band together. We don't really see him as stars. We just see him as teammates. And when one of them goes down, the next guy comes up, and he has to be ready to make plays.
Jaylaan, can you talk about defensively, especially the defensive backs? This thing must have slowed down for you guys because all of a sudden the D-backs, the safeties, you guys are coming game after game. It really seems like it's slowing down.
Yeah, it is slowing down. We watch a lot of film. That's crucial in how we prepare every week. Film, looking at our practice and how we can contribute to not only the back 7, but the defense as a whole. So yeah, I'd say it did slow down, and film is crucial.
Austin, another tough run defense. You guys back at 240 yards on the ground. How do you think you're able to do that? What do you think you're able to do up front to create some running?
Great communication up front. You got to call out the mic ID, send where the play side combination's going to, and just execution. The guys are a really tight group. We all get along pretty well, and yeah, just execution and finish. That's what it comes down to.
You guys felt some pressure as of late just to produce on offense. I've talked to the coaches. They're all talking about that 4-quarter execution. Are you guys, how are you guys handling that and those expectations to keep pumping?
We just got to take another step every game. So you can't stay the same. You got to get better every game. And when you get better at it is execution. And I think that this game we executed very well.
We're having a lot of fun, too,
right
now.
Yeah.
We addressed that. We looked like we were playing tight for a few games, and we're just going out there, we're flying around, we're playing loose, playing fast, and just having a blast with each other.
How big was that scoring drive in the second half, and even that last one late where you took it out from the one and burned some time, or in the second half, getting some first downs late for, costing some little here and there?
Yeah, that's huge for us. I mean, that's what we preach. We want to end the game with the ball in our hands and just getting those crucial first downs, that crucial score, to kind of separate the game a little bit. That's just, that's what we're looking for. That's what we've been missing, I think, for a couple of games, just being able to play a full 4 quarters. And I think we started to do that, especially, we got to give a big shout out to all our special teams. We struggled there a little bit, and we addressed that too, and we said, hey, we need to step up, put this game together. And the coverage teams and Jackson Kuntz and Cam Peterson played a heck of a game, and it was awesome just going out there, flying around, have fun with those guys. From a guy that's playing on all those teams with them, we had to take ownership of that and address the special teams, and we got it done today.
Matt, do you feel like you guys are sitting in a good spot here with 2 games to go? That Chase mentioned you guys are having fun, but everything sits right basically in front of you guys with 2 to go?
Want to know every week. I know you guys hear it every interview from Coach Kleinman. You hear it every interview from us. I mean, that's the only way we really approach things. We don't look at records. We don't look at standings. We don't look at any of that stuff. We look at the team ahead of us.
Jaylaan, this might have been the best tackling game from the defensive backs I've seen this season. Has that been a point of emphasis lately, or just something that went well today?
It's been a point of emphasis every week. There were a couple games where we missed some open field tackles and we weren't wrapping up, but ever since then we've been drilling it, honestly. And big shout out to Coach Kleinman for making up those drills for us, because that's honestly what we do every week, and it's been the main focus is open field tackling and tackling in general.
Offense wasn't giving you guys much of a break in the first quarter. Were you getting tired because they scored so quickly?
No, not at all. No knock on the offense. Our offense is great.
Austin, you guys put up rushing yards on a team that has shut down the run game. How were you guys matching up inside? Was it something you guys saw that you knew you could expose there? And I mean, what's the product of that?
We knew they were a physical team up front, and their linebackers get the fits very well, and overall they're a very good defense, and we just knew that we had to take one more step this week and out-physical them. So, and then we've been harping on that, and like Jay said, we've been having more fun, and it's just starting to click together as a whole group, which is nice.
Jaylaan, as a young player, first year starter, what's it been like for you to go through the Valley now, where every game's like a top 15 team?
It's challenging, but it's awesome at the same time. I get to go out with my brothers and play every week, but it's a great challenge. That's all I gotta say.
How do you kind of get away from having fun? You talk about it's been more fun. Like, how do you kind of maybe get to the point where it's, like you said, get too tight? Is there anything that you felt created that?
Yeah, I don't know what was causing that. I mean, I don't know if we were letting pressure get to us. That's something we kind of preach. We don't worry about that or stressing out a little bit. But we were just playing a little tight in a few of those games. And like I said, we kind of watched the film and you could see our sideline a little bit, and it didn't look like we were, just enjoying each other's successes. So, we had to bring it up, and we said, hey guys, let's play loose. Let's just have a blast. This is football. It's a game we've been playing forever. So it's just that's what we've been doing. And I think it's really been the final piece that's going to help our team click. It's just everybody just enjoying each other out there and just taking advantage of the time we get together, especially us seniors. It's kind of starting to close down here. We only got one game guaranteed left in the Dome and then one on the road, and it's kind of, it's a surreal feeling, and we're just trying to enjoy every second of it.
Did you see the FCS committee rankings, Chase? And if you did, what did you think about them?
I didn't look at that, but yeah, I saw some weird signs out there going on in the big screen, so I don't know what to say about that. Yeah.
Jaylaan, how close was that pick in the back of the end zone?
It was actually very close, but I should have came down with it anyway. That's the biggest thing. No reason to drop it. So.
Was it the ground that got you? Because you had it until the ground or dropped it?
Yeah, as soon as I hit the ground, it popped off my shoulder.